Picture this scenario. You have a credit card with a $5,000 limit. You spend $2,000 on furniture. You have the cash in the bank and plan to pay it off completely. Zero interest. Yet, 3 days later, your phone buzzes. Your credit score just dropped 25 points. You did everything right, but the algorithm punished you anyway. This happens to thousands of people every single month, and almost every time, it comes down to a misunderstanding of one specific date on the calendar. Today, I'm going to show you how the banking system actually takes a snapshot of your finances, and how moving your payment by just 48 hours can be the difference between a good credit score and an exceptional one. Where we try to outsmart financial systems that are usually designed to outsmart us. Today, we're doing a deep dive into credit utilization. Arguably the fastest lever you can pull to change your credit score. Payment history takes years to build. Hard inquiries take 2 years to fall off. But utilization, it resets almost instantly if you know how the reporting works. We're going to cover when banks actually report your balance, why paying in full is not the same as reporting zero, and the exact utilization percentages that the algorithm rewards. But first, quick favor. If you want more deep dives into the mechanics of money, hit subscribe. It's the best return on investment you'll get on this platform. The due date trap. Let's start with a mistake almost everyone makes. We're trained from a young age to believe that the due date is the most important day in our financial lives. And in terms of avoiding fees and interest, that's true. But here's the friction point. We assume the credit bureaus, Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, are watching a live feed of our accounts. We assume if we pay on the 15th, the bureaus know we're debt-free on the 16th. That is not how the system works. Credit scoring is not a movie. It's a photo album. And unfortunately, the photographer usually shows up right when your room is the messiest, days before you clean it. How the credit card timeline really works? Let's visualize the cycle. Say your billing period runs from the 1st to the 30th of the month. During those 30 days, you're swiping for groceries, gas, and dinners. Your balance climbs. On the 30th, the cycle closes. The bank generates your statement, that PDF bill in your inbox. This moment is everything. The balance shown on that statement, the statement closing balance, is what gets sent to the credit bureaus. It gets hard-coded into your credit report for that month. But your due date? That's usually 20 to 25 days later. So you could have a $3,000 balance reported on the 30th, even if you pay it off perfectly on the 20th of the next month. From your perspective, you did everything right. From the bureau's perspective, you're using a massive chunk of your credit. That disconnect is where the damage happens. Why responsible people get punished. This is why people get scared of credit cards. They make one big purchase, their score drops, and they panic. They assume the system is rigged, credit cards are dangerous, or they did something wrong. The system isn't broken, it's bureaucratic. Your life updates in real time. Your credit score runs on a 30-day delay based on a snapshot taken before you made your payment. If you don't control the snapshot, the bank decides your creditworthiness based on your worst day of the month. The statement date. Hack. The solution is called the statement date adjustment. It's not really a hack, it's just timing. Instead of waiting for the bill and paying after it arrives, you pay before the statement is generated. Ideally, 3 to 4 days before the statement closing date. Example: your card closes on the 30th. On the 26th, you pay the balance down so only $10 remains. When the statement cuts on the 30th, it reports $10. That $10 is what gets sent to the bureaus. 3 weeks later, on the due date, you pay the remaining $10. You use the card normally, you paid zero interest, but your credit report shows almost no utilization. Why utilization matters so much? You might be thinking, does it really matter if they report $1,000 or $10? Yes, a lot. Let's look at the FICO pie chart. Payment history, 35%. Amounts owed, 30%. Nearly one-third of your entire credit score is driven by utilization. It's weighted more than credit age, credit mix, new accounts. You could have a perfect 10-year history, but max out your cards for 1 month and that 30% slice collapses. Utilization is highly sensitive and highly volatile. The utilization cliffs. The math is simple. Balance divided by credit limit. $500 on a $1,000 card equals 50%. But the impact is tiered. Under 10% arrow excellent. Over 30% arrow risk signal. Over 50% arrow danger. Near 100% arrow free fall. And this applies to overall utilization. Individual cards. You could have $50,000 total credit. But one maxed out $500 card can still hurt you. I call this the panic zone. I've seen 800 score profiles drop into the 740s. Just from booking a vacation on a low-limit card. No missed payments, no new loans. Just bad timing. The good news. Utilization has no memory. Here's the upside. Utilization is memoryless in most models like Fikes 08. If you're at 90% 1 month and 5% the next, the system forgets the 90%. That's why this strategy works so fast. You're not fixing a scar. You're correcting a data point. Why 0 is not perfect. Now here's the part that shocks people. Reporting 0 on every card can actually lower your score. The algorithm doesn't love ghosts. If your report shows $0 owed every month, the model has no data on how you manage debt. It wants to see controlled usage, not inactivity. High scorers, people with 800s and 50s, average about 4% to 7% utilization, not 0. This leads to the AIO strategy. All 0 except 1. You pay all cards to $0 before the statement. Except 1. That one reports a tiny balance, maybe $10 or 1% of the limit. This signals, yes, I use credit. And yes, I control it. Reporting versus carrying a balance. Important clarification. Reporting a balance is not the same as carrying a balance. As long as you pay the statement balance by the due date, you pay 0 interest. You get the score boost without the cost. Autopay is not your friend here. Autopay is designed to prevent late payments, not optimize scores. If it's set to pay statement balance automatically, you're already too late. To do this properly, you need manual control. The step-by-step protocol. Step 1. Find your statement closing date. Open a past statement PDF. Don't trust the app homepage. Step 2. Set a reminder 2 to 3 days before that date. Step 3. Pay your balance down to about 1%, not 0. Step 4. Let the statement close. Step 5. Pay the remaining balance by the due date. That's it. A warning. Credit cycling. One thing you should not do. Don't cycle your credit limit multiple times in a month. Spend $1,000. Pay it off. Spend another $1,000. Repeat. Banks hate this. It triggers fraud and risk reviews. Accounts can get frozen or closed. If you're constantly hitting your limit, you don't need a hack. You need a credit limit increase. The future of scoring. New models like FICO 10T track trends over time. They're smarter, they can see patterns. But adoption is slow. For now, the snapshot model still rules. Mortgages and auto loans. Final defensive tip. Don't close old cards. Closing a $10,000 unused card removes that limit from your denominator and spikes utilization instantly. Keep old cards open. Put a small subscription on them. Let them stabilize your profile. I'll see you in the next one.